Hello everyone, today I will do another unpacking of the FORMBOT R2 release. So I ordered new one and I want to see what has changed since from the last year, because a year ago or something I ordered from the FORMBOT a V2 kit and I built it. As you know, I have videos on my channel. Now recently the Voron Team has released R2 release 2, so with that, the seller assured me that they will send the new release. We'll see that, and I want to see if there is a implementation of their kit or it's same with the last one. If you want to check it out what they were sending a year ago, you can check my V2 video. There's also one playlist and you can find also build series about that. So and about this package, I ordered normally this one on 25th of March, but it's been nearly 1.5 months and it didn't, the first package didn't hand it over to UPS, the shipment company, as the seller told me that there was a problem in the customs, and as you may already know, there is a problem, the corona again in the Shanghai. There is a lockdown that could be also affecting it. I'm not sure, but recently I contacted with the FORMBOT seller again, and I told them it's been a while, so what's happening there. So yeah, they sent the new kit, and this is arrived last Friday, I guess they sent it, as I know, last Friday or last Thursday, and today on Monday 16th of May I received it. Maybe they used express cargo or something, I'm not sure, but this one came much faster. The other one the FORMBOT will be recalling the package. So finally, yeah, I waited for 1.5 months, but I think it's not up to them and up to seller. Like I said, there's a lockdown in Shanghai and it's very overwhelmed in the custom, as I know. That could be happening, what I mean. But if you face an issue like this, just contact with the seller, and to be honest, you need to be a little bit patient, because these corona issues, for example. Nevertheless, let's get started. Let's see what is inside. Yeah, fine. So, foam package. Okay. Yes, the panels, yeah, clear panels. They didn't do the last thing. Yeah, the cuts, yeah, they just cut it. I think after cut you can also do, I don't know what they are doing, but they are smoothing these cuts, but they didn't do it. It's not a measure, but it will be nicer if they do the second process to make cleaner look on the cuts. So beside that, these are 3mm, I guess, doors, and one of them is, again, they are the same, the two side panels and the one top panel. Yeah, and the ABS, these are for the, this is the panel which we are putting under the bed, and it's ABS, I think, and this is the electronics chamber, and this is the chambers, and this is the back panel. And for example, in here the cuts are, maybe it's because of the material, but the cuts are more clean. And this one, and I think, yeah, I'm not sure at the moment, but I think these are the new release cuts for the foot. I'm not sure about that, but it seems so. This one is the R2. Let's see. I will take the dimensions. Most probably they are fine, but if they are not fine, I will be putting a info about that. So yeah, standard power cable. Okay, protective case. Yeah, the second one, yeah. Normally, of course, you are getting one, but I requested from seller if they can send me a spare one. Thanks to them, they send it. Nice. And of course, the linear rails. So yes, this is the R2. This is a good thing because yeah, in the new release, as you know, the X carriage are no more using 2 MGN9, but it's using MGN12. Let's actually test this one. Momentje. Okay. So yeah, from previous kits, it was again similar like this one, same design I mean, but there was no logo. This is their logo, I guess. And yeah, the rails were pretty fine in there, and this one also seems fine. And of course, before using it, I will clean all of the rail and I will lube it. By the way, I'm lubing complete rail to prevent the dust. And let's try 1.9 Gen 9. So yeah, seems fine. That's nice. Yeah, in the previous kit also the rails were fine, like I said. So 4 for the Zs in the new release, and 4 for the Zs, and okay, 2 for the Y and 1 for the X. Quick check. By the way, I bought for 300 build, so the rail should be 350. So my meter is downstairs, so I will do 350. I'll just do the quick check. And the PTFE, the inner diameter 3. Normally now they are suggesting if you are using reverse Bowden, means the direct drive, for the PTFE they are recommending 3mm diameter inside. But to be honest, I found it's still 1.75 is more reliable, but it's your choice. And yeah, microfit connectors they are providing, I think, for the tool head parts. Yeah, nothing special. And yeah, oh nice, they are putting the Omron one, Chinese Omron, but to be honest, these are pretty good. I was using it in my previous video also. So this one, for example, they are pretty fine. They are pretty accurate for the 3D printer, so it's just fine. And useless filter. And again VHP tape and the foam tape for the panels. And the DIN rail connection for the SSR. Nothing special. And what do we have? 9mm belts. It's saying gates. They were also sending gates before, but I think 2 sets. And let's see, it's gates. It should be fine. They were also sending gates before, so it was nice without issue. Let me put these. And this is for the 6mm wide for the X and Y. So the small one. Zip tie, okay. I think they were not sending zip tie, but it's nice to have it. So it's nice if they included it. Another fountain with, I mean, this one is thicker, but I am not sure of the thicker purpose. Maybe they just put as an option. I'm not sure. And what is? Oh, that's interesting. So instead of, do I have it here? Let me check one moment. They send me a filtered one. So this, yeah, you can see the schematic. There is basically there are capacitors and the coils to filter the power. However, it seems not the best quality one. So they tried, I can say, but so for example, there is a solder in here. I think this is for the earth con. This is for the shorting this leg with the cage, but yeah, it's not well done. It's saying it's 10 amps. So what we need in our 200, 600, yeah, it's around 3-4 amps I think we need, and this is rated 10. So since it's Chinese, I would say this is X to 5 is still bigger than 3, so should be fine to use it. But yeah, and of course, since there's no switch in here, there is a Rockwell switch in here, again Chinese but rated for 16 amps, so should be fine to use it. 4 amps and 8 amps, yeah, 4 amps and 8 amps fuse. Why you have 4.8? Because if you are Europe, you are using 220 voltage, and if you are in US, you are using 110. That means the current you are demanding in the US is 2 times more in the Europe. So that's why in Europe you need to use 4 amps. In US, or if you have 110 volts output, you need to use 8 amps. So that's why there are 2 options. But yeah, I cannot say this one has the best quality, but for me it can be usable. But if you are in the US, you will averagely demanding 8 amps or something. If I living in US, I will be changing this one. I will be thinking to change this one because it's rated 10 and you need 8, so it should be fine, but it's always better to be on the safe side. Let's continue. So we have, as it claimed, it's SanDisk 32 gigabytes SD card. They were not sending SD card in the previous one, or they just forgot it in mine previously. It's nice to have it. So it's the new food for the R2 release, and the cable chain, drag chains 10-11 for X and Y, and 10-15 for Z. Both are openable. You can open and feed your wire end to end. That's nice, because previously in my previous kit it was not openable. You need to feed wire from the start and get from the end, but it was pain, so it's good to change this. Okay, I will go it later. So one hot end fan, and cooling fan. Okay, it's nice. It's already microfit controllers. Sorry, connectors. They have. It's nice. However, in the start burner, this is changed, as you know. Yes, 24 volt, of course. And it's claimed to be Sunon fans. And again, for the electronics and the filters, you have these fans. Nothing fancy. Let's move on. So I think this is the 5 volt power supply for the Raspberry Pi. Nowadays you can also use motherboard to feed your Raspberry Pi, but yeah, this one is also Meanwell. So they were also sending Meanwell last year. So it's nice. Yeah, this is the LRS 224, 200 watt and 24 volts. I think it has no protection. So yeah, you might want to print one and put it. Yes, yeah, this is okay. It's okay, yeah, it's all of marble. It's two, yeah, you need 14747, yeah. It's the TMC 2209. Separate drivers. You need 4 for the Z, 2 for the X and Y, and 1 for the extruder. So you need 7 in total, which you are getting. Big 3 tag, by the way, is it recommended? And yeah, this is the screen. Nothing special, just default Voron screen. RGB ones. Was it 128064? Yes, 12864 with 3 tag. These are the photo parts. And let's move on. There are a bunch of misc in here. Let's see. So yeah. Thermistor for the Hotend, and the cat connection, Bowden retainer. What was that called? So it's the device for the holding the Bowden tube, and 40 watt heater, no name brand. I don't know. Could be a Triangle, not be. I'm not sure. And 125 degree thermal fuse, which the nice part is, if you see, they're already pre-crimped with the microfit. So if you will use direct microfit connections, this one, not this one, this is JST. So if you will use the microfit direct microfit connection, it's ready to be used, and the length is nice. That's a nice touch. Also in here there's already clamped one, what do you call, like a not directly ferrule but ferrule, I guess. Yeah, it's directly implemented. That's a nice touch. And BET 85 diode for your Voron inductive sensor. These are the PTFE tube for example, spool holder, and for the part or between the extruder and the Hotend itself. And these are the 5mm diameter and 60mm length shafts for the Z drive, and they are D-shaped, which is nice. So they do the flattening. It's ready to use. We use 4 times 188mm closed loop belts, which are gates But these are also for the Z drive. And 2 idler. I know you are obsessed with the shape of the tooth. I'm not an expert, please. The path of the teeth is like not a square shape or square shaped. It's like more, it's more circle. I don't know if you can see or not, but yeah, it's just for you to know. These are for the idler, for the X and Y, and these are for the, again, same teeth pattern, and these are for the Z drive. Z idlers, what I meant. Sorry, Z idlers. These are for the Z idlers, these are for the Z drive, and these are for the X and Y. Again, yes, same. And these are for 20, and these are for the, again, X and Y. One of them for motor and one of them for the, you know, the belt pads. And just 3 by 6 millimeter magnet. And these are curled nut, but we are using as a standoff for the bed M4. And yeah, this is for the Z end stop pin. It's not D, but you don't need to D. It's just a dummy thing for our purpose. So it's cool. Now they are sending the X and Y e-stop as a board, but it's also Z. But the funny thing is, as I know, you cannot use this one, this board. This is the Hardsk. I don't know right pronunciation of the nickname, but as I know, I'm not sure, but as I know, to use this one, you need a special screw. Not special, but different screw, not this dummy pin. But I will double check. I might be wrong. And yeah, the micro switches are not Omron, but if you ask me, you don't have to have Omron for these end stops. Yeah, because previously they were also sending the Chinese one, and I used the Chinese one, and no issue. And if you have an issue with them, it's just a couple cent piece. You can just replace it, or you can just directly get the Omron and replace this. It's up to you. So the cables. Now previously they were just sending the cable and then the terminals and the ferrules, and you were doing yourself the cable management. You are doing yourself. But now they are sending the cable harness, which is nice. For example, this is for the Omron. Again, yeah, inside. Okay, extra bet 85 diode. Nice. Yeah, it's also labeled pretty nice, and they are not silicone, they are PVC. Yeah, they are the recommended one, I guess. Let me see if the PTF, yeah, but I mean, they are not silicone, that I am sure. They are more stiff, so they should be fine with the direct chain. But yeah, I don't know these are the recommended PTFE or not, but yeah, I will use these, so it should be fine. So this is the cable for the inductive probe, which I won't be using because I will be using the clicker probe. Okay, whatever. Yes. Okay, this is for the heater. This is for what? X, Y. Yeah, X and Y e-stop. This is for the X and Y e-stop. And let me see. This is for the fans, right? Yeah, this is for the fan. One of the fan, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. Cable seems fine, and it's nice too. They are using different colors for it. This is for the thermistor, but it it has I think this is the JST, right? Or wrong? Yeah, JST. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is correct. If you remember, the thermistor has also JST in the cable side, so I don't know why did they do like that? Why did they JST on this thermistor? But yeah, whatever. And also this is for fan, I guess. Yeah, one of the cooling fan, one of them is for Hotend fan. This is for the extruder motor. I'm just concerned about this curled part. I hope this wire can handle these small degree turns. Before I install these ones, I will check with the continuity test. So later on I should be okay. Calibration for tool auto calibration. Okay, it's written for tool auto calibration and stop. I think this is for Z and stop, but I don't know why did they put this one. Okay, so SSR to tool board, is it long enough? I'm not sure. These might be short. These are silicone, by the way. That is okay. These won't be moving, so. But I'm not sure this has sufficient length. We will see while installing it. But it's pretty nice that they have now including the wire pre-crimped wires, because crimping wires can be pain. And yeah, it's nice to have it. So this is for what? Fan. I think this is for the what do you say? Cooling fan. Sorry, I mean the exhaust fan. Not sure. And standoffs. So it's just for the cable management. They included these standoffs. Pretty nice touch, huh? These small things. These are this is the nice thing, because if you consider this is not a expensive, it's a cheap thing, huh? But it's nice to include these ones to your kit, so with that way your customer will need less materials to outsource it. So I mean, buy extra. But when you include this cheap stuff, it's really nice. It's like a gesture, but yeah, nice. So SSR to Volvo. So this is the SSR cable. I mean, this is for the live cable. So live cable will go to the SSR, and the other terminal of the SSR will go to the bed. So this is for between the live wire and the SSR. Nice one. And for X and Y motors. Okay, this is for the stepper motors. Okay, these are yeah. Again, they are not silicone, I guess. And okay, this is the small what was it? Micro JST, not sure about the small ones. So if you see, it's nearly the same width with the 4-pin JST, but it has 6-pin. It seems stiff, not silicone wire. Yeah, I wish I could see what is they made of, but I guess it is not written on the cable. So that's why I cannot tell you what is the material of the insulation part. But I can say that this is not silicone, but it says stiffer. So in theory it should be fine in the drag chain, but I'm not sure. I might remove the drag chain and put the umbilical. This is for the Z motors. Yeah, same deal. And this is for Raspberry 5. Yeah, Raspberry Pi power cable. And this is to supply to motherboard. Yeah, these okay, they are using 14 AVG. It's pretty nice, but I'm not sure these are, the lengths are fine. We will see. And this part, the AC part, yeah, it's nice, crimped. It's all labeled. That is awesome. That is pretty nice. They in their all wire they used label on the heat shrink, which is pretty nice job. And again another nice gesture. It's yeah, basic setup, basic Vogo connections. Yeah, so these 3 for the main and these 2 for the, I guess, the bed. I mean, for the connection of the thermal fuse. Nice touch. It's really nice to put this cheap little extra things in the pack. And we have a lot of label, a lot of screws. All of them are there. They claim to be stainless steel instead of black oily things. Check. There's one, yeah. The nuts and the, let me see the inserts. Yes, the heat inserts are recommended one. They have the diagonal tooth. Yeah, seems nice. Good job. Okay, yeah, and the motherboard. They are sending big 3-stack octopus. So I was using spider on my Trident. Now with that build I can try also octopus. As I know, they are not that much difference the hardware wise, so it should be fine. So they are claiming 6 CNC fan. I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe it's just not, it cannot be you cannot control them with them PVM, I'm not sure. And 2 normal fan. And here I think these are the end stop, this part, and again these are the end stop, these are the diagnose pin. Yeah, it's just a big chunky motherboard. They did not include the memory card, but yeah, for these you do not have to have it. You can flash them with via USB, I mean. So you have, of course, USB cable and extra jumpers. So okay, another chunky foam. Okay. Not Kinovo silicone heat pads. Again, crimped cut, nice one. It's claimed they have 200 MP adhesive, 468 MP. But yeah, we'll see. I can say that it doesn't have thermal fuse included, but yeah, we'll see how it is. I don't know. Okay, and 300 LSE adhesive on the magnetic shield. The previous one was something like that, same, I guess. And yeah, it was just fine. Only one side, and it seems very thin. And the powdered part is really nice. I can say that because it's not the big, like it's not a big particles, but the small particles. I will try that part. It can create a nice texture. Here it is the bed. So yeah, in previous kits I had bad experience with that, I can say that, because first it was, when I do the bed mesh, it was telling me 0.08 millimeter difference, which was awesome for me. It was very good, what I mean. But after giving the heat cycle, it's increased, so it's curled up in the corners, and at last it was, before I sell my V2, it was 0.12 in the corners. Again, it can, yeah, since it's the corners, it can be handled but the bed mesh, but what I suspected is it was not the casted one, but it was the rolled aluminum. Now they are claiming the bed is casted, and to be honest, it seems it is casted, because what I heard, as a disclaimer, I am not sure, this is just I just heard it. If there is these two marks, if there is these marks on the aluminum, it is casted. Because these signs of the, the flattening the bed, I don't know the tool's name, but there is one thing is tooling, it's continuously rotating and shaving your surface. So it's creating these lines, like kind of ovalish lines. And it's done for both sides. What I heard, it's if it is like that, it is casted, but I will take my chance and try it. We'll see. And yeah, nice. Yeah, of course they have the screws, the holes for screws, and also they have the holes for the thermic fuse and the earth connection. Previously, these tabs were not there, and I had to do it myself. It's nice they have also improved the bed. Very nice. And it's this pressing machine cast aluminum plate. Yeah, what is written on the declaration, I don't know what was written on the previous kit of mine, but on this one it is written, this is precision machined cast aluminum plate, so the surface has marks of processing, which I explained you. As we tested, the flatness of this plate is 0mm, which is not true. Maybe their tool doesn't have that much how do you say that, resolution, but I'm sure it is not 0. I'm sure there's differences, but we want these differences very minimal, like I don't know, 0.02mm, for example, 2 micrometers. It's claiming it's perfectly flat, but I'm sure it's not perfectly flat, which is okay. The only thing, it should be very less. Okay, yeah, let's move on. So, page from the datasheet of the Moon's motor. Another good thing I heard, they included the Moon's motor, and what I heard, the Moon's motors are better from the stepper online. Again, I didn't try them, but if it is true, and that's why they included the Moon's motor on the kit, just again good job. So most probably you won't need it, but for example, you can see the rated amp in here. So for the 17 Z motors, yeah, all of them are 17, I guess. Yeah, for the big motors, the rated current is 2 ampere, 1.8 degree, and for the pancake motor, rated current is only 0.8 amp. Yeah, it's also written in here. So yeah, in your config you should be careful about these. So let me see, this is the extruder motor. Since the stud burner is not officially released, I guess that's why they didn't include the smaller motor. I don't remember the name, the circular one, which is also in the V01. Yeah, like I said, I don't have any experience with the Moon's motor, but they are claiming it's better. It's better from the stepper online. But yeah, I don't have the experience, I cannot say anything about that. Yeah, and the motors for the X and Y, and of course for AB. Yeah, these are all moved forward. And SSR, another good thing. Most people are concerned about SSR, so they changed to Omron ones. Of course, I don't know if it's just a fake Omron or real Omron, but it's 10 amps. So let's say it is fake and it's only supporting 5 amps for the bed with the 400 watt I think we need for the 300 bed. So let's say 440 watts, and we will use 220 as a voltage, so we need 2 amp. So that means that it's way bigger than again the 5 amps. So most probably it's fine, but if you are not confident, you can just replace this one. It's not a big deal. If you're not feeling comfortable with it, just change it. So these are the bearings, which are RS types. In my previous package they were sending the ZZ type, and yeah, another good thing, another good implementation. It's written on the WTOO, I don't know, it's the brand or what, but yeah, should be fine. So let's see, this one, the Fushi, and again these are the bearings for the 10 piece, okay, for the gantry, and they are RS type. They were sending ZZ type. It's nice to see they changed RS, and if it's true, it's Fushi, so that's nice. And we check this one, BMG extruder kits. I'm not sure, I think it's not the triangle lens, but okay, I think it should be fine. Yeah, so just a couple parts for your extruder, for your clockwork. So yeah, nothing special. Okay, snake fits, and the corner brackets for your bed frame. And yeah, okay, I don't like this. It's the 80 tooth gear for the Z drive. I think it's it's just like they just build it and put in the package. It's not like how do you say that, painted or something. I don't like this. Yeah, but yeah, it will be better. In my previous one I think I got the black ones, which were very nice. Yeah, I'm not continuously expecting black ones, for example, in this case, but I would expect at least shiny gray, which gives you a good impression on the material. This is just like out of the how do you say, out of the machine. They just packed it seems, which isn't nice, but I hope it will be last. And you can choose the Hotend. This time I have choose the high flow. Normally I'm using standard flow on my Trident and on my V01, which are enough, but just to try it, this time I got the high flow. Blue, okay. There is a white ceramic, I think this one, to isolate this copper part from this aluminum part, because under this white part, the ceramic element will be also kept in hot. Yeah, they are giving me one nozzle with it. 99% it is 0.5 0.4 millimeter. We can do, yeah. And materials, yeah, and the frames. Okay, they are anodized after cutting them. Not, yeah, both of them are fine for me. The important part is the correct length, correct position of the hole, and nice nice tab. I don't expect any issue on them. They are tapped, they are holed, as you can see, and we have 2 thin rails, cheap Chinese one, but you don't need more. And I think this is it. That's all. So, as you may already aware or realize, Raspberry Pi is missing. So yes, that's correct, it's missing. It's normally it isn't missing from the kit. Normally these kits are sold with the Raspberry Pi, but the seller has contacted me and told me that they couldn't get any Raspberry Pi due to shortage on the market, and they offered me, okay, we want to sell this kit as soon as possible to you, and if it is okay with you, we can just repay the Raspberry Pi price to you and send the kit without a Raspberry Pi. And I accepted. That was the story. Normally they are including the Raspberry Pi in this kit, but while I'm buying it, there was a shortage on the market, and I get the repay for the Raspberry Pi, and I will try to get it on my market in the country if I can find it, because yeah, that's the story. But besides that, everything is complete, as you can see. You can, yeah, about this kit, it will be really nice if they can add a variety of the kit. Like, I mean, for example, we can choose now the Hotend. You can get cheap E3D clone, or you can get Dragon, etc. So they can, maybe they can do also for the add variety for the color of the frames. So I really want a different color of the frames, but they don't have the choice. I wish they can add this variety. It will be more convenient for buyer to choose one of the color of the frame to design their printer. But in overall, they changed the bears to RS type with a thumbs up. They changed the motors to moons. It's claimed to be better than the stepper online, and yeah. And besides that, yeah, they have added extra couple cheap things, which are, yeah, they like cable management things and etc. It's a nice touch. They had also added the XMY end stop PCB. They have added default, which is very nice. Yeah, I mean, it's just a couple cent piece, I guess, for the when you think about it, but it's a really nice touch because it's way easier to use the PCB toolhead. They changed the direct chains with the openable one. It's another nice thing. They are sending the Omron ones as, yeah, I don't know real one, but it's everything on the Omron. But yeah, it should be fine. And they were already sending the Meanwhile power supplies and Gates belt. They were already doing it. It's another good thing. Also, they are sending the Omron inductive probe. Probably previously they were sending the cheap one, and their linear rails are fine. And yeah, they are including also the foam tapes, these small stuff. These are the nice types. And it seems to now the aluminum bed is casted. It's another good thing. Yeah, it's like that. Right now I have a Student and V0.1. I had V2 before, and I sold it to create a budget for Trident, as I already explained to you. Now I had the another V2 because I had the budget to add one more to my 3D printer collection. For all these 3D printed, I have a videos as a tutorial to explain how to put them together, your kit, all of them, because FORMBOT, because yeah, you can see this series if you want a little help. And what I will do, I will print my parts for the V2 and build this one, but I'm not planning to make videos because it's basically the new release, the R2 release, is just X-Rail is changed to MGN12, and what do you call these? The skirts are changed, I guess, and foods are changed. These are the minor things from, I think, these are the minor changes. I don't think we need another series for the V2 build, so I will just build it. So so I will not be putting the build videos of this V2, but yeah, of course, after I can share a couple of things while I'm doing it, and after finishing it, I can share my opinion, how the materials goes well together or something else, etc, etc. So that was all. As you can see, we go through the all pieces. I will check the length of the frames and the panels, but most probably they are fine. If they are not fine, I will let you know on the video. That was all for today, and thank you for watching, and see you on the next one.